Hey, Christy Mattoon here from Mind Rewire. I wanted to talk to you for a second about manifestation and about vibration. And vibration is measurable in a human body. It's called our electromagnetic field. It's real, it's measurable. You can even feel it on each other. Like if you're paying close attention, you can feel somebody else's electromagnetic field based on what they feel like, right? So it gives you a definite feeling in response to the person. I'm laughing because I see light shooting through my right through my eyes and I can't seem to move it. That's hysterical. Anyway, so manifestation basically, the biggest thing to manifestation is the feeling, not necessarily the thought or the want, the desire, which is what most of the time people tell you to focus on, is to focus on whatever it is you're desiring, focus it on what, whatever it is you're wanting. For years, I heard people trying to manifest things, and they would literally sit on their couch and just repeat what they wanted over and over with just a very, I want this, I want this, I want this, no feeling attached to it. And what I understand now is that literally the feeling takes precedence over the thought, over the desire, over the want. Now, while the two go together and they can actually help each other, the feeling itself presides over the thought, over the desire, over the want. So when you are trying to manifest something from a place of lack or from a place of I don't have or I need, it makes it almost impossible to manifest it because you're in a lower vibration in those places. You probably don't feel so good inside your body. You're probably in scarcity. You're in fear. You're in doubt. You're, in some lower form of feeling, of emotion. And that keeps you from getting to that place that you want. When you raise your vibration, and there's many ways to do it, and I'll talk to you about that in just a second. There's many ways to raise your vibration. When you do that and you do it consistently, and you stay in that place consistently, manifestation gets super easy. And I think it's the way we were supposed to be as humans. It was the way this was all supposed to be in the start of it. Was we were supposed to be happy. We were supposed to be love. We were supposed to be white light. We were supposed to be kindness. We were supposed to be gentle. We were supposed to be involved with each other. And all of those things put you in a different vibration. And when you are there in a consistent pattern, in a consistent way, you show up consistently in that manner, guess what happens? Manifestation goes through the roof, And here's why. Whatever it is you're desiring has its own frequency. You come in at a frequency, you reside at a frequency. And if it's a low frequency, you're not hitting the mark. And I've talked about this before. You're not matching the desire to the frequency, and therefore falling short. If the frequency is low, you're falling short of whatever that is, that thing that you want, which should be better than what you have now, right? That's how we are as humans. And then it doesn't happen. And then we sit around wondering why, and then we get even more depressed and anxious and upset and hurt and whatever, and then your vibration goes even lower and you're digging your hole deeper and deeper. And actually what you're creating is loops of neuroplastic in your brain, and it's what you keep going back to. So it becomes a subconscious issue. So if we raise that vibration, you meet that mark of whatever it is you're trying to do. Or if you raise that vibration and you just live there, just stay there all the time and see what starts to happen for you. Because then when a thought crosses your mind, crosses your path, you're like, oh man, that's beautiful. I sure would love that. Guess what all of a sudden shows up for you? It's the craziest thing, the way all of this works. Works in reality. So ways you can raise your vibration. These are super simple ways. Oh, that took that light out, didn't it? Kind of. Super simple ways you can raise your vibration. One of them is gratitude. And this is why they talk about gratitude. Gurus talk about gratitude all the time. Is because it will actually throw you into a higher brainwave state almost instantly. Not just the level of feeling and the chemicals in your body, it will change your brainwave state. They've done tests on this. They've had people hooked up to the machines, seen it light their brains up. Having trouble talking. They've seen it light their brains up, okay? So when you do that consistently, like gratitude, if I walk around all day long, let's say I have nothing else going on and I can really focus on this, and I walk around all day long and I say I'm grateful for my fire. I actually have a fire going over here. I don't know if you can see it. I'm grateful for my little garden. I hope you can see my little garden over there, right? And I'm walking around just saying gratitude statements. It'll start to make you feel better over time. Here's how you amplify it, is say what you're grateful for and then feel it. Like, why are you grateful for that? Feel it. Find that sense of awe, even that sense of wonder, that sense of excitement, that sense of joy, and just be like, feel it inside you. That gratitude. That's going to amplify gratitude. It's going to raise your brainwave state even higher, quicker, right? You get there faster. So sincerity in your gratitude will raise up that feeling. If I'm super grateful over something and I just feel it inside my body, it's going to amplify all of that. Forgiveness creates a higher brainwave state. Who knew? Forgiveness. When you're forgiving something, you're letting go. You're putting something aside, you're putting something down, you're releasing, right, old emotions. And forgiveness is always for you. It's never really about the other person, although it probably affects them too. But it's always here. And so it raises your brainwave state, it raises your vibration, it raises that level of feeling. And you get better chemicals inside your body. This all goes hand in hand. It's why sometimes we say that, forgiveness actually heals. Forgiveness heals things inside your body, right? It also raises everything else. And so it helps you manifest things if you're staying in that higher state. So forgiveness, take a day or, maybe 30 or 40 minutes a day and just start forgiving things. Like forgive everything, forgive everybody, forgive yourself along with everybody that you're forgiving. Like if I'm forgiving my mom, I'm forgiving myself. If I'm forgiving my brother, I forgive myself. If I'm forgiving my other brother, I'm forgiving myself too. And it's interesting how when people go through forgiveness, I'm like, oh, I need to forgive this person. And then I'll say, at the end of the forgiveness and they think they're finished, I'll say, now forgive yourself. In correlation to that person and that issue, forgive you. And most of the times they just kind of stop and go, what? Just sit with it for a second and then forgive yourself. Wherever it applies, just forgive yourself. It makes a huge difference. Again, raising that brainwave state. Exercise. So this is a third way you can raise your frequency super easily. We know that exercise actually pumps up the good endorphins in your system automatically, right? Do something. Yoga, stretch, go for a walk. Do something to get your heart beating, get your breath rate up. Do something a little bit more than just like a lackadaisical walk. Get out there and move around. Go to the gym, get in a spinning class, go work out, right? Whatever the thing is, do something to get your blood pumping and make yourself breathe, huff and puff. So that was 3 ways. What else can you do? You can actually think about something that you like. This is a way that I use with clients all the time to get them into a different state of feeling. Think about something or even a place. I usually go to a place that just makes you feel good. A place you've been before, you can recognize it. And it just puts you into a sense of awe. And when you're there, start sensing everything. Feel everything. If it's a beach, feel the sand under your feet. Feel the sun in the sky. Feel the wind. Feel the clouds. Feel the trees. Hear the water. Smell the salt. Whatever it is, wherever you're at, just like feel it. And then start becoming that. Let it move through you so much it just becomes you. It will change your brainwave state. Change the level of feeling in your body, which changes the chemical and hormone makeup of your system. It causes healings. It causes crazy cool things to happen. All right, so that's way number 4. And I'm sure there's a multitude of other ways you can think of. Do something that just makes you feel good. Sit down and watch a funny movie and laugh your head off. It'll change the way you feel. The feeling is what we're after, because that feeling, if you can get it high enough and you can radiate it out there enough, that's where manifestation lies. That's also where miracles, I believe, where miracles sit, where miracles and healing are. If you can get that vibration high enough and just hold it there, if you can start walking in it every day, that's where you see big change. That's actually what I do with people, is I train them how to do that. How do you find that feeling, and then how do you train it into your subconscious mind? Because when you can do that, you can beat anything. And I believe, on a God level, that's what we're here for. And I'll talk about this more in another video again later. People always say to me, if you're doing something, what is it my friend always says? Learn your lesson. If you learn your lesson, you can move on. And I hate that because I don't think that's why we're here. We're here to feel good. We're here to keep our eyes focused on that thing that's better. And when you can do that, that's when you win. That's when everything else kind of ceases and calms down and stops, and you just win. Christy Mattoon here from Mind Rewire. Hope that helps. Talk to you again soon.